Hi, I'm Shawn Smith. I'm the founder of Don't Diss My Ability Consultation Services Incorporated. I'm located at the Brookside Mall, Unit 32. And the folks that I work with are mostly professionals, people who've been newly diagnosed. I work with a lot of parents providing parental support for their their kids are neurodivergent. I also work with some high school students. And I'm a consultant. I'm an educational consultant. I work with and advocate for youth students in the public education system. And I'm also a keynote speaker and guest lecturer at a few different American universities. Don't Diss My Ability is celebrating our 10th year anniversary this year. But really the thought started when I was first diagnosed with ADHD and attentive type. Started taking medication, which took my thought process from dial-up to fiber op. And so all of a sudden, the pieces of my life that never seemed to fit just all of a sudden came together with relative ease. It's a culmination of having 25 different jobs in a lot of different industries that have now led to me having this career as a therapist and consultant. I think a lot of what separates me from other people is the experiences that I've had. So having failed grade 10 math 4 times, taking 32 attempts to earn 18 credits required to graduate, 4 years to finish, 3 years of high school, struggling through every level of the public education system until I was diagnosed is what lends me a helping hand. I mean, we say that people need 10,000 hours of experience in order to become an expert. Well, I've got 10,000 hours of failing as an expert. And so being on both sides of being that student who was undiagnosed to being diagnosed later in life and returning to school as a mature student, along with all the work experiences that I've had, are what set me apart from everyone else. For parents, more times than not, parents will reach out to me thinking that I'm going to work with their child. And so I actually insist on working with the parents first, because if I work with that kid and send them back to the same ignorant household, then I've done a disservice to the family. So it really is about educating the parent on their child's thought process and why they're doing the things that they're doing, not to excuse behaviors, but to help them understand where they're coming from so that they can better support their child. Well, I think the biggest thing is the difference between thinking and knowing is experience. And I have the experience of being diagnosed later in life. So being able to have somebody who sits across from you who can actually relate to what you've gone through, I think is huge. I'm not somebody who just read something in a book. I'm somebody who's lived it. The experiences that I have connect really well with adults that I work with, especially professionals. Tried sharing my message locally and it just wasn't received. So I just started promoting myself online, teaching myself how to use different social media platforms, and was able to get to Florida for a conference, which led to me getting a paid podcast, interviewing Dr. Temple Grandin, and then participating in a panel discussion alongside Temple Grandin. Other opportunities arose from that, like being a guest lecturer at University of Miami twice, Florida State once, and then working with the University of Connecticut, being a guest lecturer there, and also being on the advisory board for the Include program, for their civil and environmental engineering program. In 10 years, I will be still providing counseling and psychotherapy for individuals and families. Hopefully I'll have my book out and I'll be doing a lot more speaking engagements around the country and around the world. And a big part of that for me is being able to bring my family with me and sharing those experiences with them. The mantra for Don't Diss My Ability is, don't diss my ability. I may not learn in a conventional manner, but that doesn't mean I can't learn, only that you haven't been able to reach me. And so a lot of it comes from my own personal journey of learning how to do things outside the box and then promoting that with other people. The term disability in New Brunswick and Canada is still synonymous with less than, and one of the reasons why I'm sought after more internationally than I am in my own home province and country is because I don't subscribe to that methodology. I believe that we're all uniquely gifted, and so a big part of what I do is helping people to explore those gifts, and then how do we use those for context in learning and communication to help us reach these uniquely gifted individuals. If you'd like to learn more about me or my company, you can go to www.ddmacs.ca, or you can send me an email at shawn@ddmacs.ca.